Good evening, everyone. My name is Vincent Salinas. This is Saturday, April 3rd, 2021. I'm going to be doing a video presentation of the digestive system. I'm going to start off with the diagram. This is a diagram that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be talking about each part, and then I'll go back and go into detail of what each part is. So momentarily, you won't see my face, you'll see the diagram. So here, the first part is the mouth. Then we have the esophagus here. The stomach is in this area, and right below the stomach, you find the pancreas. You have the liver, the gallbladder, which is underneath the liver. You have the small intestines, the large intestines, the rectum, and the anus. We're going to start off by talking about the esophagus. The esophagus is a muscular tube connecting the throat, the pharynx, with the stomach. The esophagus is about 8 inches long and is lined by moist pink tissue called the mucosa. The esophagus runs behind the windpipes, the trachea, and heart in the front of the spine. Just before entering the stomach, the esophagus passes through the diaphragm. Next, we have the stomach. The stomach is a muscular organ located on the left side of the upper abdomen. The stomach receives food from the esophagus. It enters the stomach through a muscular valve called the lower esophageal sphincter. The stomach secretes acid and enzymes that digest food. Next, we'll have the small intestines. The small intestines, or small bowel, is an organ in the gastrointestinal tract where most of the end of the absorption of nutrition and minerals from food takes place. It lies between the stomach and large intestines and receives bile from the pancreatic juice through the pancreatic duct, to aid in digestion. Next, we have the large intestines. The large intestine, also known as the large bowel, is the last part of the gastrointestinal tract in a digestive system in the vertebrates. Water is absorbed here, and the remaining waste material is stored as feces before being removed by defecation. Next, we'll move on to the rectum. The rectum is a chamber that begins at the end of the large intestines immediately following the sigmoid colon and ends at the anus. Ordinarily, the rectum is empty because stool is stored higher in the descending colon. Next, we have the anus. The anus is the last part of the digestive tract. It is made of the muscles that within your pelvis and the two other muscles called the anal sphincters. The pelvis form muscle stops stool from coming out and it's not supposed to. The anal sphincters gives you control over the stool. Next, we have the liver. The liver is an organ only found in the vertebrates, which detoxifies various metabolites, synthesizes proteins, and produces biochemicals necessary for digestion and growth in humans. It is located in the right upper quadrant of the abdomen below the diaphragm. The gallbladder is a small pouch that sits just under the liver. The gallbladder stores bile produced by the liver. After meals, the gallbladder is empty and flat, like a deflated balloon. Before a meal, the gallbladder may be full of bile, and it's about the size of a small pear. Next, we'll have the pancreas. The pancreas is about the size of your hand. During digestion, your pancreas makes pancreatic juices called enzymes. The enzymes break down sugars, fats, and starches. Your pancreas also helps your digestive system by making hormones. Then the common disease of digestive system, I chose the gluten sensitivity and celiac disease. Symptoms of gluten sensitivity and celiac disease are bloating. They include diarrhea, bloating, abdominal pain. Gluten sensitivity is relatively common, affecting about 5% of the U.S. population. True celiac disease affects less than 1%. Unlike gluten sensitivity, celiac is an autoimmune disease that can damage the small intestines. Eliminating gluten, a protein in wheat, rye, barley, and oats from your diet is the main treatment for both conditions. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.